What's up, team? Sean Foresta live here, and I'm just going to drop a real quick one here. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm hearing a lot of noise in the markets. Volume is low today, as expected, and I want to take a moment to just to share some thoughts a little bit off the cuff here. Nothing prepared. Just want to really share something I've been getting concerned with from seeing conversations on Twitter, different comments within YouTube, and just in general, sort of the roundabout people I talk to. Team, there is no value in being emotional about stocks, stock prices, the companies, the way that they're moving, the direction they're going, who's out to get you in your position. Listen, this is very much just a game. The money is the score. You can't come at investing in a personal way where you are so highly convicted to a position that every time it goes down, it's an attack on you personally. It's an attack on your intelligence. It's an attack on your portfolio. You need to back your decisions with due diligence and data. It is extremely important for your own sanity that when you have a high degree of conviction, you have an understanding of why you believe that's the case, but you also want to pair that with why you might be wrong. What's the bear case, or what's the bull case if you're bearish? And you have to really make sure you suss all this out. It's not enough to say, like, people don't get it. This new technology is going to be amazing. It's going to be great. It's going to do great things. The amount of people who care is very small. I can love a stock today and I can hate it by the end of the day. It's just that simple. It's not a question of loyalty to a company, which really you shouldn't have anyways, but it's more a question of loyalty to your own portfolio and your own savings. I just wanted to add as well, one of the things that I get really concerned with is when people are going all in, but then seem to also be missing some of the core fundamentals of the risk in what they're going all in on. I'm not calling out any particular position here, just more in general. Like, if we know that the average returns in the market across the long-term play is about 10%, you have to really ask yourself, based on your level of market intelligence, your ability to do deep data-driven research and due diligence, your ability to execute trades at the right time, at the right moment, in the right market, your ability to then hedge and protect those positions. If you take everything I just said, bundle it up, and say, I'm a master of those things, I can beat anyone, then heck yeah, go for it. If, however, you're hearing these things and you're like, well, I don't really know how to hedge. I don't really know how to time the market. I don't do a lot of due diligence. I read some stuff on Twitter. Um, or maybe I don't really know how to look at the data and do a comparative analysis. Well, just a thought here. This is going to be really unpopular, but you might be better off just having a financial advisor or just sticking to like indexes, which, by the way, is an amazing way to become hugely wealthy in the long term. Um, the proof is in the pudding. Those who leverage basic portfolios that grow over time in broad-based approaches tend to retire with millions and millions of dollars. And I think it's a huge injustice to yourself and to your future to not understand that you're competing with people who are very, very good at what they do. I'm not insinuating that you're not, by the way, but it is very important to realize that you are up against people who might have access to data that you don't have, a way of analyzing the data in a way that you are not able to because you haven't learned how to yet. So just keep that in mind, that rather than losing your mind every time a position goes against you, just think about why someone on the other side of that trade might be thinking the opposite of what you're thinking, and ask yourself, is it possible, probable, likely, whatever, that they might have a better way of doing deep due diligence than I do? And if that's the case, really start to pull apart your due diligence and your conviction, and ask yourself those hard questions like, what if a government regulation changed? What if the market shifted? What if this? What if that? And if you're not spending serious time doing this, you're not really doing due diligence. Now, I'm not talking about getting in and out of a position here in the course of a couple of hours. I'm talking about going YOLO into individual stocks. And based on what you're hearing online, or based on something you saw on the TV, or based on 25 minutes of researching it. I'm not telling you what to do by any stretch. I encourage everyone to do whatever they want to do. What I am saying is just be cautious that you don't know who's on the other side of that trade and what they know that you don't know, or their ability to analyze at depth the plays that have to be made. The other thing to think about too, for those who haven't been through these kinds of periods before, or for this long of a period, when we see market consolidation, this is mergers, acquisitions, bankruptcies, frankly, right? One thing you have to really keep in mind is there can be pressures that are happening you've never seen before and events that haven't happened in your investment life before. So, you might own a position that you absolutely love. It's an amazing position. And then all of a sudden an announcement comes out that it's going to be acquired. You're down 50, 60, 70%, and you never sold out of that position. Now an acquirer is going to come in and pay 10% over the current price. You've now locked in losses, right? This is why it's important to not hold on to low, medium conviction things as they crash into the floor. It does you no justice whatsoever to do this. That, by the way, is not trading. I get this all the time. Not letting your portfolio drop by 70% is proper risk mitigation. It's not loyalty or conviction or anything else. That's just the right way to run a portfolio. I just want to share these thoughts because I've seen some really concerning, very scary things come through of people who are putting their life savings into single positions, going all in based on, to my best understanding, somewhat incorrect or mal built due diligence off of what, as far as I can tell, is 20 minutes of work max and maybe 2 YouTube videos. So that's all I'm saying. Just spend the time, do the work, understand the risks. And here's the thing, team. They have to disclose the risks in all their releases publicly, right? Read their 10Ks, read the 10Qs, read everything you can, read the presentations, but start looking for like what the risk factors are, because they have to call it out. And you may not even be aware of just how risky some of these things can be. Now, especially in a market like we're in today, where companies that maybe were worth, I'm literally throwing a number out there, a company that might be worth 50 billion is now suddenly worth like 1 billion, or it could be like, even look at Tesla, right? They were trillions. That's all I'm saying. Just take it easy. Think about your portfolio. Your number one job is to protect your money. Number two is to grow your money. Okay. And it's so important that you think about it like that when you're getting started or when you're newer on the journey. And there's no shame in being in index funds. And there's definitely no shame in having a professional help manage your money. I just think that like too many people are wiping out their net worth over chasing single stocks that the best case scenario would have returned probably barely better than the market in the first place. And they have all the risk that everyone else wouldn't have. So team, that's it. Let me know. If I'm wrong, I appreciate your thoughts. If you have questions on due diligence, if you're wondering like how you can get better at this, let me know below. As you know, I have nothing to sell you. I'm not trying to ask you for money for anything. I'm happy to talk through these things, do videos, do interactive videos, right? You can jump into a live chat and ask questions as we go through, but just make sure you're protecting yourself. That's it. Have a great day. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family and whoever else you celebrate it with. So team, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later. Good luck out there.